So I'm back, but it's all for a pretty important thing, as this weekend, just roughly about starting hopefully today, is Games Done Quick. And yeah, that is the biannual stream done by a conjunction with Speedruns Live and Speed Demos Archive, which in its traditional January slot raises money for the Prevents Cancer Foundation. It starts this Sunday at... Actually, let me check when it starts exactly for everybody. So it's 11 a.m. midday Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and 5 o'clock in the afternoon for me in the UK. But there's a whole load of stuff. I mean, I just want to put their name out there and hype this up, because it's always great to see some games that you did know and some games that you didn't know being played very, very fast. I'll just run through some of the games here and some of the, well, I don't say highlights, but some of the ones that I'm looking forward to. It opens up with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which only came out this year, so that's a pretty fresh one. Wario Land 4, which I like Wario Land games. Banjo-Kazooie and Diddy Kong, Mario Kart Wii, that's the new 16 tracks apparently only. Then in the evening for America, but early in the morning for me, there is a little block of craziness with the TAS bot, which is the Tool Assisted Speedrun. Basically, it's a robot. They'll do a much better job of describing it when it's on, but it's a robot that knows the perfect route and sort of uses tools to do stuff that would be inhumanely possible. And they're going to be showcasing it with Mario Kart 64, with Pokemon Red, and also a mystery game which they aren't revealing. But the last time they had one of them and showcasing it off, it was pretty ridiculous what this electronic device and whatever it was. It's not like a robot from what I remember. Somebody strapped one, I think, one of the years to a Rob, which is pretty awesome, but which is ironic because it is awesome games done quick. Transistor, which is a great game, one of the best games of 2014. Tomb Raider Anniversary, Uncharted 1, Infamous Festival of Blood, Rocket Knight Adventures, Streets of Rage 2, Crazy Taxi. Now, there are some prizes available for people to get if they donate a certain amount of money during certain games or over the whole duration. There's quite a few things. There's not really many consoles from what I can see, but there's sort of banners, and there's a Crazy Taxi car, there's a Uncharted game for the Uncharted game, Super Monkey Ball, quite a Sonic block with Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Generations and Sonic Heroes, and an F-Zero block with F-Zero Climax, F-Zero itself, the original one, F-Zero X and F-Zero GX, some Star Wars Jedi Knight, some Duke Nukem, some Quake, Battle Block Theater with a special prize pack which they haven't revealed yet, but when the website and the whole event is live, there is a link that you'll be able to go to where you'll be able to see the individual prizes, and in some cases there'll be pictures of them. There's like perlers, there's cushions, there's a lot of craft stuff if you like your fan-made stuff that way. I know for the last few they've done AVGQs and SVGQs, or SGDQs, I lose track. They do a promotion with the Yeti for the t-shirts, where they have special t-shirts only for a certain period of time, or for that day, or whatever, that you can get, and all the proceeds go directly to the Games Done Quick guys. They did one at Summer Games from Humble Bundle. They said pay $25 and you get 12 games, and the last ones were pretty damn awesome. It was some of the games that were played in the stream, like Amnesia, Super Meat Boy, things like that. If that happens again with some of the games that are in here, there will be some things that you may want to check out on that. So it'll probably be too late for me to say this as a recording, But keep an eye out for that if you do want to check it out. Quite a few. Scapegoat 2, quite a lot of block stuff. Broforce, I'm going to have to stay up for that. Contra, which is always good. That's co-op Contra, so that'll be a bit tough. Little Samson, which is a rare game from what I know. Co-op Battletoads, that's impressive considering how I know how dodgy that can be at certain points. Then your Castlevania block, Castlevania 1, 3 and 4 will be done. Donkey Kong Country, Battle Kid Fortress of Peril. Wow, that's one of the toughest games that's been ever made. It's, you know, very sort of trial and error-esque, but it's a decent job. If they can do that in 55 minutes like they're saying, I will bow to them. Rayman Legends in only 20 minutes, but that's only because it's covering the invasions and the challenges. I Want to Be the Boshi, which I think they did I don't know if it was a Rage Quit or a Let's Play from Rooster Teeth, but they did that. Then in terms of Zelda, there is the original Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2 being played. Then in the Mario block, you've got Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, Super Mario 3, and Super Mario World. And then Kaizo Mario World, which I think is sort of an unofficial one, which is very dodgy. And New Super Mario Bros. Wii, closing off that block. Then there's a bid war, which does happen from time to time during the whole event, between Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Silent Hill, which should be good. Splatterhouse, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, with which I think if you donate in that, you get the chance to win the Elder Scrolls Anthology, which is every Elder Scrolls game that's ever been released, from the first one all the way through to the most recent, which was Skyrim. Because let's not talk about Elder Scrolls Online, please. Binding of Isaac in 30 minutes, but if that's only one run through, then that's perfectly feasible. Not for me with my old computer, but Risk of Rain, very good game. Then there's like an arcade block of Violent Storm, Battletoads, Alien vs Predator, and Tetris the Grandmaster Exhibition. That's... oh, it's at the afternoon my time, so I might have to make sure I'm in for that. That could be ridiculous. There are certain games where they're labelled as setup, but I think their donation goals, if they reach a certain amount of money, that setup time will then become a game. It sort of hints as to what it is and whatever for people that do want to work it out, but I just, you know, leave it and wait to see what it is. Some more Sonic games in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic Advance 1 and 2, Sonic 2 as well actually, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, Shovel Knight in 55 minutes. Again, I don't know whether that's... there's a Mole Knight Perler up for that. That's pretty nice. Then a Mega Man block with 1, 5, 7 and Mega Man X and X3, as well as Rockman X, which is not the same as Mega Man X, from what I remember. No, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know, because I'm trying to do this rushing off, because I need to get off to the cinema to see some movies to catch up with, which I will be providing predictions and picks for you, Owen, at some point this week, so you can put it up at the weekend. William Shatner's Tech War. Oh yeah, and this is the start of what I remember. This is part of the awful games done quick. You know, we've got Floating Runner, Blasto, Trio the Punch, Pocket Monster 2, Tasmania, Beethoven Second. Wow, there was one of those games. Radical Rex, Town with No Name, Swamp Thing, Super Pitfall, King Kong 2, Karnoff and the Last Ninja. There is a block for about, I'd say, 4 hours-ish? 9 till 2. So, yeah, 4 or 5 hours of, you know, awful games, but again, you've seen them done quick, so it's pretty damn cool. Shadow of a Ninja, Shinobi 3. Then there's going to be a relay race for Ninja Gaiden. It's going to be, yeah, all 3 Ninja Gaiden games in a team relay race. Oh, that's okay. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and then Punch Out for the Wii. Symphony of the Night for Castlevania. in only 20 minutes. Nice. Animal setup? Is that, I guess that could be Animal Crossing, I don't know. Super Mario World 2. Then there's a big war between Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I don't know which one will win, because I wouldn't mind seeing either of them. Some Half-Life ones, Half-Life Opposing Force, Half-Life Episode 2, and Portal 2. Although there is one block which says Setup Portal, but it says 2P1C, so I'm guessing that's 2 players, 1 controller. If somebody managed to do Portal with 2 players on 1 controller, I bow to. GTA Vice City from Adam AK, his runs are normally really good, so he's managed to hone that down to 1 hour and 15. I'm guessing that's just any percent rather than fully complete. Trials Evolution, Pilot Win 64 and Bomberman 64, some old school Insomniac stuff, which I'm guessing is the Insomniac prizes for that. There isn't, apparently. Oh, there's a Snow to Dash Skylanders figure, Employee Edition, available with the Spyro the Dragon thing. So any of you with kids out there that want Skylanders, and this is a special one only for employees of Insomniac, you might want to donate during that hour or so. It is early in the morning for people in the East, but, you know, it's for your kids' well-being. Probably. Crash Bandicoot 2, Jack 2, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, and Pokemon. I don't know whether both are being played at the same time. That seems a bit weird. I'm guessing that's just Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. I don't know. Then there's a bid war between Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. The Metroid block has Metroid Prime and Metroid Zero mission. I'm surprised there is no Super Metroid and Taunting of the Animals, but there you go. That seems to be missing this year, which is a bit of a shame, because it all used to be the tradition of, are the animals going to survive, are the animals going to die, or are the animals going to die after being taunted? That was always the best. The Legend of Zelda, Minish Cap, Link to the Past, Majora's Mask, in a little block there. Then some more Mario stuff with Super Mario RPG and Super Mario Sunshine. Then a bid war between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Either way, I don't mind. Vanquish, really underrated game. That should be nice for me to catch if I can get a chance to. Metal Gear Rising, it's only the DLC part, but it is on the highest difficulty, Revengeance. Okay. A 4-way race for GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Halo 2, Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 in 1 hour and 40 minutes. Okay. Final Fantasy 7, Super Metroid, and then to finish it all off, going into midnight, 10th into the 11th, so it's a full week from Sunday to Sunday. The classic that is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. There's a lot of, as I say, the surprises. There's a lot of perlers, there's models. The Dark Souls 2 prize is game copies with comics, art books, hat, and a lighter. There's some. The easiest way for you to keep track of everything and look at the stuff that you do want to see and what you don't, because I didn't mention everything here, is just go to gamesdonequick.com and you'll find all the details there. I'm pretty sure by now the Twitch stream will be up there, or it'll be hosted there, and then if you want to click through the schedule, you can on the top. There should be also a button where you'll be able to see the prizes on a separate server, and also see the bid incentives as well as where they are, because for certain things it might be bidding for naming of characters, and if you want to bid for something but you want to bid for something that's already been selected, you get a chart on there which tells you where everything is in the in the list of which is going to get the acclaim or whatever. But overall, yes, this is a stream that I think I've watched for the past 2 or 3 years. Not in full, because I don't have that energy schedule. There's always somewhere we have to sleep, but it is archived afterwards for people that do want to catch it at another time, a reasonable time, rather than the middle of the night or the middle of the daytime. But, yes, awesome games done quick, with a few awful games. Go support it. Hashtag AGDQ 2015. Because, you know, we got to beat cancer, damn it. Despite what those people were saying it's, it's fluke that you get it because of genetic mutations. Screw that. The only way we're going to beat cancer, whether it's mutations or not, is if we find a cure. Because if we can limit the number of cases every year, that's for the best. Thankfully, I haven't been touched so far, I haven't been affected by anybody in my friends or relatives having been diagnosed with cancer yet. Obviously, quite a few personalities that I know off the web, like Total Biscuit has. So, and if you hear about his story, get yourself checked, and yeah, god damn it, if you can, donate. If you can't, spread the word, because it's good to see gaming in a positive note with AGDQ.